Welcome. This is Tricia Tamkin.
And Jason Thibeault.
And thank you for taking a few moments to just get comfortable with the Webex platform. This is how we teach all of our classes, and by spending, a few minutes with us right now, you'll do much better when class starts.
If you're seeing the screen in front of you like this, that means you've actually already clicked the link from the email to log in.
What you'll need to do, you can see where the red box is here. You need to fill out your first and last name, your email address, and the event password. All of this has been provided to you. You will need to make sure that you are specific. All of our passwords are all lowercase, so make sure that when you put the password in, you don't have your caps lock on.
And then we're going to say, join now.
At this point, it could take a few moments for Webex to load. We use Webex frequently, so it goes pretty quick for us, but we do recommend that you log into class about 10 to 15 minutes before the start time so that you can get through this process and make sure that you are logged in.
Webex actually prefers you to log in through Internet Explorer, but what I don't want you to do is necessarily always use Internet Explorer. So if you are logging into Webex for the first time and you're in Chrome or another browser, there may be an extension it wants to download.
You got to allow it to do so that you're able to get into class. Now you can see here where it says audio broadcast. When we give you audio, we do it two different ways. You can have the broadcast like this through your speakers. We can go ahead and close that out. What I would recommend is that you actually dial in by phone. By dialing in, it means that if someone in your office starts, streaming live video, you're not actually going to lose your audio.
That's one of the biggest sound problems we ever see. It basically comes down to bandwidth at your end, and you can avoid that simply by being dialed in.
Class runs for quite a long time, and I can't imagine that you would like to watch the entire program in this little tiny box right here. So we need to be able to enable your screen to be full screen.
Well, if you look in this red box here, that's where we're going to click.
Once we click that, you've made everything full screen. This is how you're going to be able to see all of our work a whole lot clearer. If you'd like to exit full screen, because often we're going to have you guys jump out and run searches yourself. So if you need to exit full screen, you want to go to this green box up in the top center of your screen that says Viewing Tricia Tamkin's screen, and you want to hover your mouse over it so that it drops down. Do you see this blue return button? If we click that, that's how we get back to our regular screen where we can then click over and go to Google.
Google being my next tab over here, all I did is click the next tab, and now you can see we are ready to run whatever searches Tricia or Jason just told us to run.
A lot of times you'll hear one of us say, okay, stop running searches and come back to our screen. Do you see this little green and white and blue globe in the bottom tray? That's our Webex icon. So to get back to our screen, you're going to click that and then go ahead and make it full screen again.
You'll be able to do that even if you've closed the original tab that you used to log into Webex.
Right, that doesn't need to stay open. Do not X out of this screen. It will log you out completely of the session. But let's talk about a couple more things. This green drop down that says Viewing Tricia Tamkin's screen, I want to point out a couple things to you here.
First, you see how it says chat and Q&A, question and answer. Your instinct is going to be to ask questions in the question and answer area, which is the most logical place to do it, and unfortunately, the one area we cannot see during training.
Right, so please do not click Q&A at all. What I want you to do is click the chat button right here, click chat, and this brings up your chat box. This is how you can communicate with us during class. You can also unmute your phone and go ahead and talk live. We're all good with you interrupting us.
By default, the send to in chat will be to us, and you'll be communicating just with us and not to all participants. You can change that, but there's really no need to. Just know that if you start typing in here and hit send, whether it's a question, a comment, a funny story, we're going to see that there. And really, this covers everything you need to know, except how to mute your own phone when you call in. Push the mute button. Please do not put us on hold.
So often when we're teaching a class, many of our search firms and our clients have hold music, and they get an important call, which, hey, that happens, I get it. And what you end up doing is putting us on hold, at which point your hold music takes over our class. So please don't do that.
And when you think, I don't know where my mute is, I'm just going to be very quiet, that's all well and good till you start eating that bag of Doritos. All right, this covers everything that you're really going to need to know.
Remember, log in 10, 15 minutes early in case Webex had an update and they need to reinstall some software for you. Also, Webex is best if you log in through Internet Explorer. It's one of the only things that Internet Explorer is best for. Very good.
Thank you.
We'll see you in class.